Puppies! What is going on, YouTube? Big Red here. Welcome back to your most favoriteest day of the week. That is right. It is time for your Wacky Weekend. I hope everybody's had a great weekend. We're getting to crunch time now for Christmas. If you're like me and you haven't gone Christmas shopping yet, best of luck to you on the upcoming play. But before you go out and do your Christmas shopping, just remember that I got 3 articles for you. That is right, 3 of them. All of which, well, actually it's 2 articles and one thing that just kind of happened, and I'm sure you guys want me to comment on it anyway, so I'm going to. 2 articles, one thing that just didn't appear, but it's been a thing, it's going on. Somebody I've talked about quite honestly quite a lot, so I'm sorry, I drank a lot of coffee today. I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna get into it. Now we are going to start off with article number 1 this week. Sorry for the angle change here too, forgot my tripod, I'm in the car, this is what I do. So article number 1 this week comes out of UPI.com and reads, Ohio police searching for stolen 58-foot bridge. Yes, folks, you heard that correct. They are looking for a bridge that was stolen that is 58 feet long. How on earth do you steal a 58-foot bridge? I really do not understand how this happened. The article goes on to read that they are doing a restoration project of some sort, and that the bridge is like a pedestrian bridge, so they were taking it off to refurbish it and do whatever they got to do with it. And when it was at its resting place, somebody stole it. So yes, somebody actually disassembled this bridge. They were assuming that they disassembled the bridge because it wasn't made out of like wooden stuff. It was made out of like that fake stuff that they use now. Don't really know what it is. Regardless of that, they took it, had to have taken it apart, because how else you can get a 58-foot bridge out of anywhere without being seen? And it just blows my mind to me. But what blows my mind even more, what are you doing with a 58-foot bridge? Like, if it came down to me and somebody was like, hey, listen, you know, we're gonna go take this bridge, I would be like, for what? Why? Where's it going? Where are you putting this thing? You can't just throw this in your backyard. I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like it's just useless. Now listen, not like I condone stealing of any shape or form. Like, you really just shouldn't happen. But like, if you're gonna steal a 58-foot bridge, you better have a freaking lake in your backyard that you're putting that bridge over, because it's like I said before, otherwise it's absolutely utterly useless. And the fact that you went out and stole this bridge from, like, I think it was like not a national park, but like a park that they have, you end up gonna paying for the bridge anyway, because all your tax money is gonna go right to rebuilding that bridge. So you just like double screwed up. Moral of the story for this article, all right, don't be a dink and steal a bridge. It's just not cool. Don't do it. On now to article number 2 for the day. Article number 2 comes out of the HuffPost and reads, zebras on the run for months in Maryland have been captured. Yes, you heard that correctly. Zebras in Maryland. Now, according to the article here, these zebras had escaped from a zebra farm that is in Maryland. I don't know about you, but I did not know that zebra farms were a thing. Not a clue whatsoever. Number 2, zebras in Maryland just doesn't seem to really add up to me. Apparently, this zebra farm is a legit farm in Maryland, where, to me, like, climates just don't add up. I don't really understand it, but the fact of the matter is, they said originally that 3 zebras had escaped, and the neighbor to this farm had set up an illegal trap, and sadly one of the zebras from the 3 that escaped got caught in that trap. Very sad, did not make it out. The other 2, however, have been running rampant around Maryland for, I think it said like 2 months now, and they finally were captured and returned back to their farm. So I guess it's a pretty good story now that the zebras are home and not just running rampant around Maryland like they own the place. But like, I don't get it, because Maryland's like temperature and stuff, like it doesn't add up to me. Like, yeah, I understand that here in the Bronx Zoo, like they have zebras in the Bronx Zoo and stuff, and they kind of just acclimate to the weather and all that, but like, this seems to me like it's like an actual farm where it's only zebras. So you would think that possibly, I mean, it might want to be in like an area that zebras are more accustomed to with the weather and stuff, but that's just me. I'm no scientist, you guys know that. I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know this stuff. On now to our third and final topic of the day, and I'm just gonna insert the little video right here so you can watch that. It's about 8 seconds long. Yeah, that's right. That is right. Everybody's favorite, Jake Paul, knocked out Tyron Woodley for the second time. Well, not knocked him out, but beat him before, so whatever. Knocked him out cold this time. My dude was out. He got absolutely freaking slept. Little backstory on this. Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley had fought before. The fight went the distance. Jake Paul came out victorious. This past weekend, December 18th, Jake Paul was supposed to fight Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury ended up getting injured, couldn't fight, the whole thing. So Tyron took this fight on like 3 weeks notice, I think, and decided to get in the ring because he wanted to run it back with Jake, because he was rightfully so embarrassed that he lost the first time. And he should be even more embarrassed now. You know what? I can't even say that he should be embarrassed, because fact of the matter is, and what everybody does not get, is that Jake Paul is making everybody he fights so much freaking money. So much money. Like more money than any of these guys ever made, almost probably in their careers, fighting for UFC, Bellator, wherever they were. And they come, they get in the ring with him, they do their thing, try and kick his ass, can't kick his ass, and they just walk out of there, ton of money in hand. I don't blame them. I would do the same thing. I would go in there and get knocked out by Jake Paul for, I don't know, $1.2 million, whatever it is. No problem. Fact of the matter is, you guys know I'm a very big Jake Paul fan. I've been a fan of the Paul brothers for a very long time. I'm very excited that he's doing good in this boxing venture that he's on now. I think that it is officially time for everybody to stop sleeping on Jake Paul. And I say that because now he has literally, everybody that he's fought so far, everybody's like, oh, well, if he could beat Ben Askren, you know, Ben Askren's an actual MMA fighter. If he could beat him, then he's, you know, a decent boxer. Ben Askren shows up looking dumpy as hell, gets knocked out. Okay? Then he signs with Tyron to fight Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, the first time, they're like, okay, UFC champion of the world for, I think, a long time, multiple times. This is it. Now, if Jake Paul could beat him, then it'll be, you know, it might solidify that he's actually decent at boxing now. Beats him the first time. Everybody's like, nah, it was a fluke, the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. Comes out a second time. Now he knocks him out cold. I think it is time that we stop sleeping on Jake Paul, because he is just going to go and knock out everybody's hero as they go forward, beat everybody's hero as he goes forward, and making a ton of money while doing so. And to all the people who think that this is actually hurting the sport of boxing, you are dead wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. Fact of the matter is that before Jake Paul ever stepped into a boxing ring, I had never sat down, bought, watched one pay-per-view boxing card. Not one. Okay, this is an example for me alone, but I had never bought one. And I know plenty of people that have never bought them themselves either. So now, what this dude is doing is he's bringing more eyes to the sport. He's getting people out. He's looking, you know, he's expanding into different areas. He's got his whole YouTube crew. Now he's got the MMA crew involved, because now he's fought 2 MMA fighters. Everything that is going on, he is expanding the sport of boxing. And people really think that it is such a bad thing that he's doing. Boxing was a dying sport, man. Nobody wanted to watch it. Nobody ever watched it. Okay, the only way you watched boxing as if you were grown up into it, and that was because like your parents forced you to sit down on a Saturday night and watch this entire 4-6 hour card. Nobody does that anymore. And now you get this, they're putting on 3-4 fights a night in there. People could sit down and watch that. They know exactly what they're doing. My boy Jake Paul is victorious, richer by the minute as he keeps going. I'm excited about it. I'm pumped. I love the fact of what he's doing. I love the chaos that it brings every time somebody is like involved in his name. It's perfectly orchestrated and I love it. So shout out to you, Jake Paul. Congratulations on another victory. You have now successfully knocked out every opponent you have ever faced. That is all I got for your Wacky Weekend update. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you don't miss anything that's going on around here. For my vlog this week, now my Disney clips are not good. Not good. I did a terrible job. I'm an awful YouTuber. It is not good. So what I'm gonna do is I have like full rides that I recorded from start to finish. What I'm thinking of doing is for my vlog on Thursday, because it's Christmas as well, is I'm going to put in just me talking about the rides that I went on and the full ones that I have recorded, so that way you guys can see a little bit of that if you've never been there. And one of them is Rise of the Resistance, which Rise of the Resistance is absolutely insane, so you're gonna want to tune in for that one. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Go out, do some Christmas shopping, make sure you get it all in. All right, everybody have a great holiday. If you do not watch my video on Thursday, go out, have a great holiday, spend it with your family. All right, it's most magical time of year. So I love you all, and I'll see you on Thursday.